Public payphones may soon go the way of the dinosaur. The Productivity Commission has forecast the end of the line within 3 years, saying declining use of the phones no longer justifies their cost. But as Iskander Razak reports, some people still find them indispensable.
Just make a call or two while I'm waiting.
Certainly. It's long been an essential link ensuring communication across the nation.
And give them service that always keeps them in the know.
That's why in 2012 the government signed a $3 billion 20-year deal with Telstra to guarantee a quality fixed line and payphone system.
Great for customers. A little goldmine for your business.
But the Productivity Commission says it's time to hang up on that. It's found mobile phone use keeps growing. 10 million more have a mobile now than in 2004. Broadband data use follows that trend, and close to 99% of the nation has access to both at home. But payphone calls have plummeted, dropping from 55 million calls down to about 15 million. So the scheme should be wound up by 2020, and that could save the government $44 million a year.
There are some communities that do still rely on payphones, and where that's the case, we need the universal service obligation to reflect that.
For many remote communities, the payphone is in the community is incredibly important, and our challenges are very different in a remote community in the Northern Territory than they are in Sydney communities.
Also when you're passing through, travellers, for emergencies, for disasters, and also there's quite a lot of vulnerable consumers that only have access to a payphone.
The report goes on to say the NBN should improve services for Australians even further. And while the way we communicate has changed and will continue to change, not all Australians live here in the big capital cities. That's why the report also says it wants a new plan created that'll target communities in communications black spots, and filling that gap may include payphones, but maybe not.
Well, the real fear is that the gap between urban communities and rural and regional and remote communities widens.
The government says it's considering the report. Telstra says it's happy to renegotiate, it's just waiting for the call. Iskander Razak, ABC News.